video of Moyamoya and how I deal with it. After I had the stroke February the 25th, I now realize that was God's way of bringing light to the fact that I did have Moyamoya. I've probably had it at least 3 to 4 years, not knowing. But now that I can look back at the time before they found out about it, I do see signs of Moyamoya. And I had talked to my physician about that, but they told me it was menopause. And I do understand that now, because nobody really knows about Moyamoya. And according to the doctor who's going to do my surgery, he has told me that I am number 7 that he has worked on, and he worked on 6 before me, and so he feels real confident about the surgery, and I do too. I know that God will be with him, and the surgery will be wonderfully done, and I will feel wonderful afterwards. But because of the stroke, I have a lot of weakness on my right side and a lot of pain that I'm having to deal with right now, and it's because of neuropathy. And my speech comes and goes. Now, right now, I can speak really plainly, but just a few minutes ago, I was very stuttery. So I think that may be from the Moyamoya, because it will do things like that to you. It will make you have symptoms of a stroke, and then it'll go away. So I'm really not sure why my voice comes and goes. Now, I do know that the aphasia that I have is from the stroke, and not knowing certain words for a conversation is just part of having a stroke. And I can't say that has really got better. All I can say is I have learned to speak around words that I don't know. And that's just by pulling up words that I do know that mean about the same thing. And it keeps me from looking as if I don't know what I'm talking about, because I do. And when I don't know a word, if I can see it written, I will automatically know it. Or if somebody tells me what I should be saying, I automatically know it. And sometimes it'll stay with me, and sometimes it doesn't. It's just according to what the word is. So that's just from the stroke. But I know God has a way of healing me from that too. Now, he has already healed me from my shoulder, because my shoulder was locked up. And when I got to therapy, the occupational therapist come in, and she saw my shoulder, and she told me, she said, as long as it's locked up, you will never have use of your right hand. And I could bend it from my elbow out, but I could not lift it up or move it to be able to write or do anything. And she said, that's going to be very difficult for you, and you will have a limited use of your right hand. Well, as soon as she left, I went to the bathroom, and I was standing there looking at my shoulder, and I could tell that it was, down some, and it just really upset me. It floored me. So I went back and I sat down and I started praying, and I asked God, I said, please, whatever happens, don't let my shoulder be like this. And all of a sudden I could feel circles in my shoulder, like somebody had their finger in there doing like this in my shoulder. And I kept looking down, trying to figure out what in the world is that I'm feeling. And then all of a sudden I could shrug my shoulder, and it kept doing it. And then I could lift my hand up, and I was so proud, because it become unlocked. And I realized now that was God. His hand was in there, and he was unlocking it. He did that for me. So if he did that, I know that he will somehow, some way be there during my surgery, and I will come out of it better than I've ever been before. because He promised me that. He told me that I would be better after than I was before. So that's one way that I keep up with all this. That's one way that I know that God is going to be with me. And I thank you for watching this, and just keep praying. Keep praying for Kimberly Michelle Marks. I go by Michelle. But just keep praying for me and know that I'm going to be okay. And there's also a GoFundMe attached to this. If you want to give to me, please do. And if you're a teacher in Alabama, I don't care where you work or what you do, if you have sick days that you could donate to me, please do. You can send it to Mobile County Public School System, and I will take those days and use them wisely. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank you.